I think it was just, I don't know, man, a lot of things, but mostly the hunger of us, having my first road game in the Big 12 and us having our first big road game in the Big 12 and having the chance to go 2-0, to start out the conference in a long time was pretty much the main ambition.
How sick were you?
I don't know. You saw me throwing up at the end. You were right there. I looked up and seen you. That made me feel better.
Oh, boy.
Is that an and one?
Yeah. So, huh?
Is that a triple-double and one?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that how you envision celebrating the triple-double, though?
No. I'm not really celebrating. I'm just glad we got the win right now.
You set out, initially you looked like you set out that this was going to be your Rodman game, and then you got into your assist game. Do you know going into the game what you're going to focus on?
No, I don't really know. I didn't really know tonight. I don't really ever know. It just depends on how they guard me. And today they had some bigs get up on me instead of sag off. And I would guess that's because, if they sag off and I do the dribble handoff, it's hard for the big to help. So they got them have up and pressure me and made me make a play instead. So I just took what they gave me, and then my teammates, came through big time and made a lot of big shots, a lot of big plays. And there's a couple more that some guys got fouled on that they could have finished too.
Royce, how important did you guys as a team think, okay, you get the win at home, you protect the home court, now you go on the road and get a win. How big was this for you guys? Coming in, what was your all's mindset?
We just been talking about the whole time that we got to come in and get this win, and we felt like it was a must-win amongst the players, and I know that's how we felt. I don't know how the coaches felt, but we felt like it was a must-win, and that we needed to make a statement right here in the beginning of the Big 12 to let other teams know that we're serious, and you're going to be in it for a dogfight when you play us.
Any other questions for Royce? What does it mean to you to get a triple-double? It's not something that happens every day.
Well, it's just something that it's fun, and I'm more proud of my teammates, man, because without them, 10 assists is not easy, and it doesn't happen without your teammates knocking down big shots, and a coaching staff that has a lot of faith in you with the ball in your hands.
Excuse me. Defensively, particularly first half, it seemed like you guys really locked down and challenged. Was that another thing as far as, basically your defense and rebounding kind of won this game?
Yeah, that's been our emphasis going into the last practices, going up into the conference play, and in the last week is that if we rebound and we defend as a team, then, at the end of the game, we're going to have a pretty good chance to get the result we want.
All right, Royce, thanks a lot. Thanks,
Thank you.
Open up for questions for Coach.
Just talk about Royce's performance, Fred.
Yeah, very impressive, and you could see it in his eyes when he came out of the gate. He was getting every rebound. He was swallowing rebounds. He was going up there so high. So I was really proud of the way, not only him but our whole team came out of the gates and got the tempo set in our favor. We got stops. We got out and pushed the ball, and then we knocked down shots. So it was a total team effort tonight. Somebody else want to recognize Chris Allen for getting to the 1,000-point club. That's a heck of an accomplishment. But I just everybody that got in that game tonight made a positive impact on the win.
Fred, how special is Royce that he can make such a profound impact on a game, even when he's not scoring?
Yeah, he had 2 points at halftime, and was the player of the game in that first half. And he's just such a unique player. He's a tough guy to prepare for because of the unique things that he does with the ball in his hands. We don't have a so-called traditional point guard on this team, and that was a big question mark coming in with Deontay leaving. And Royce is a guy when we're getting pressured, which Dash Harris is getting up into Chris Allen. We give the ball back to Royce, and he goes down and initiates an offensive set for us. So it's a great luxury to have a guy at that size. It's very tough to pressure.
Have you seen very many big guys who can pass that?
Well, I was fortunate to play with Kevin Garnett for a couple seasons. He was pretty good. But Royce has that vision that. You can tell he's got the mentality of a point guard. He sees the floor so well. Hits guys on no-look passes. He sees the play, a step ahead. And it's such a luxury to have a big guy like that can make those types of plays.
Fred, do you think this was a step ahead for the team, even after what you did against Texas? You took another step.
Yeah, the big thing for me, Bobby, is I'm so proud of the way our guys have come into practice with the focus and energy that they've had. You play like you practice, and we've had the best, most intense practice practices we've had all year. Not to say that early practices weren't good, but we've taken a step up in our focus. And going into that Texas game, I knew we were going to play well. There was it was a very business-like approach going into that game, and then we followed that up here. I expected again these next couple days leading into Missouri, but our focus and energy, is with everything. You can't just turn it on in games. So I've been very pleased with the way we've handled practices.
Having said that, though, did you ever believe you'd come in here and dominate like you did today?
No, I didn't. This is a very good team. I think Billy Kennedy's a heck of a basketball coach. The way that they defend in this building, holding teams to 33% shooting and holding teams in the low 50s. The big thing for us when we were able to get stops early in that game, that's when we're at our best, is when we're able to get out in transition and push and throw the ball ahead and get good open looks before the defense gets set. So I thought that was a big key in the game, was getting the tempo set in our favor.
Why were you able to get stops? You held them to 50 points.
I'll tell you what, guys recognized, again, it was a focus going back to our game preparation, and they went out and executed the game plan as well, as we have all year. We didn't want them getting in the middle of the floor. We did a good job on pick and rolls, keeping it on the side, and Chris Allen, was in there plugging gaps and holes, and we stunted on the perimeter, and that's what you have to do. We made them take tough contested jump shots pretty much the entire first half and limited them to one shot, and that was the goal going into this game.
Bab against Middleton. You said you've always put Bab on the best guy, and you had Bab on Middleton earlier. Was that the key matchup of the day for you?
Yeah, I thought that was a big matchup. Middleton's he's 6'7", he's long, he's got great length. He does a great job getting into the paint and using that length to score over smaller players. So it was a great test for Chris Babb. And you look at his matchup last game with Jacobin Brown. He had 19, but he had to work pretty hard for those 19. Today, guarding Middleton, he did a very good job of making him take tough shots, not letting him get to the rim, and contesting almost all of his shots.
Last question for Coach. Fred, you guys did really good on the defensive glass early on, especially in the first half when you expanded the lead. How important was that with you guys being able to get the...
That was our biggest key we put in the board today, was controlling the glass. And when you go out and you get that, Texas controlled it against us early, got out to a little bit of a lead. They had a 15-5 rebound advantage. We didn't want that to happen again, and I thought we went out and did a nice job there.